Honda has had quite a dream run in the 150cc motorcycle segment, with both the CB Unicorn and the CBR 150 dominating. But the only blip in that ride has been on its premium 150cc bike, Dazzler. And so its rivals, the Bajaj Pulsar 150, Yamaha FZS, Hero CBZ Extreme and the slightly more sporty TVS Apache 160 RTR have all cashed in. But Honda does not want to get left behind, and so it has brought in this, the CB Trigger.
So we managed to get our hands on the Honda CB Trigger, which is a replacement for the Dazzler in the premium 150cc motorcycle segment. Honda is desperately trying to regain some lost ground in this segment, especially with the Pulsar 150 and the Yamaha FZ dominating this segment so far. And to do just that, Honda has packed in new styling and features on this bike to make this more appealing to younger customers. So let's find out if this actually triggers an aggressive and sporty ride to it and justifies that higher price tag.
Honda has definitely worked on making the Trigger more aggressive than the Dazzler, especially with the bigger, muscular fuel tank, the arrow-shaped side panel and an all-black muffler. And what adds to the bolder appeal is the new front headlight with air scoops on the visor. Other elements include all-black alloy wheels, LED tail lights and a fully digital advanced instrument panel, unlike a few competitors who have stuck to a mix of digital and analog display on the instrument panel. All this might sound impressive, but do take a look at the competition and you will realize that the Trigger just about matches the looks of the Pulsar 150 NS and falls well short of the much better looking Yamaha FZS. But Honda has always scored over the others with its ride quality, and on that, the Trigger does not disappoint.
The ride on the new CB Trigger does feel quite good with smooth acceleration, and the bike is quick and nimble enough to wade you through city traffic. But out on the highway, it doesn't feel quite as comfortable, with the vibration starting to kick in, especially as you hit high speeds.
The top end of the CB Trigger comes with the Combi Brake System, or the CBS, which slows down the front wheel every time the rear brake is applied. Honda claims that this reduces braking distance by 32% compared to conventional braking, and that can really make a huge difference, especially while taking turns at higher speeds. The Trigger shares the same 150cc 4-stroke engine as the Unicorn, with peak power at 14 bhp and maximum torque of 12.5 Nm. The engine is mated to a 5-speed gearbox and the bike's claimed mileage is a decent 60 km per litre. Compare this to its competitors. The Pulsar has 4-stroke DTSI single-cylinder engine generating 14.86 bhp and 12.5 Nm, offering 65 km to the litre. On the Yamaha FZS, you get a 153cc 4-stroke 2-valve engine with a maximum output of 13.8 bhp and peak torque of 13.6 Nm. The claimed mileage is much lower at just about 51 km to the litre. Back on the road, the Trigger seat is well cushioned and it's quite comfortable, especially on long rides. Even the pillion seat is nicely shaped and not too high. The backlit digital instrument panel is not too tough to read even in sunlight, and it comes packed with a speedometer, trip meter, fuel level and a digital clock on display. Also, the Trigger gets a full chain cover, something that was missing on the Dazzler, a feature offered only on some of its rivals like the Pulsar.
Now, despite the smooth ride and handling on the new Trigger, there are a couple of sore points for me. One is the constant whirring noise that comes in from the engine, especially at lower speeds, and that really bothers you. Also, the riding stance, despite the muscular tank, continues to be a little boring and might not appeal to younger customers.
Another grouse we had was the poor quality of the control switches on the Trigger's handlebar. Come on, Honda, the Indian buyer does deserve more than this, especially for that price. At 67,433 rupees ex-showroom Delhi for the base model, all the way up to 76,934 for the top end, the Trigger ain't cheap. But it compares reasonably well on price with the rivals, around 69,000 rupees for the Pulsar 150 and 73,500 rupees for the Yamaha FZ7 top end. After bookings opened in April earlier this year, Honda has indicated a sales target of 80,000 units for the Trigger this fiscal. The company is not revealing the bike's sales performance so far, but we do think Honda could pack in more muscle in the Trigger to boost demand and really dominate the 150cc category.